Commander Höek and Cadet Stimpy. Some forgotten Mattel action figures from 1993 from the Ren and Stimpy Show. Had a little tiny action figure toy line. I want to show off this little set of the space costume versions. Maybe the most reoccurring theme in Ren and Stimpy with their Commander Höek and Cadet Stimpy outfits. Maybe about 4 episodes, which is better than any other theme episode. Usually it's just all random different crazy stuff. They die at the end of pretty much everyone in space, but just take a look at Ren's carding here. Got a good cartoon picture of him. Kind of demonstrating the action of the action figure, because these all have like wacky little features and stuff. And I always like seeing an old price tag, $4.99 at KB Toys. That's always a little bonus for me when I get to see that. Again, another picture, kind of demonstrating the feature of the figure from the Space Madness episode. On the back, kind of saying the feature that we'll kind of check out a little closer once we get it opened up. And then he's got a little, kind of a bio, kind of an explanation of the Space Madness episode here with a little screenshot from the cartoon. Commander Höek and Cadet Stimpy on a 36-year mission to the Crab Nebula. Due to the incredible length of the voyage, they get space madness. Commander Höek tries to relax in a nice hot bath, but is distracted by dreams of chicken pot pie, chocolate-covered raisins, glazed ham. They're a little bit out of order here. Even thinks his bar of soap is an ice cream bar that he's had since he was a child. We'll never know what futuristic technologies or spine-tingling toasts they might have encountered, because Cadet Stimpy succumbs to the button-pushing pressure and erases them both from history as we know it. The shiny button. And we get a little quiz question here as well. What likes do Commander Höek and his ice cream bar share? What 3 things do you remember? If you cannot answer this question, then you are an idiot and just no true fan of Ren and Stimpy at all. Naturally, the answer is wax paper, boiled football leather, and dog breath. Everybody knows that. I mean, come on. But we get to see the other figures in the set, just different pairings of Ren and Stimpy. They didn't get to do the other characters. I would love like a Powdered Toast Man action figure, for sure, back in the day. I did have kind of the normal pair, if you can call them that. But we'll get these costumed pairs here to kind of complete my collection, because that's kind of what I like to do on the channel, is kind of complete old collections I had, or get figures I never got to have as a kid. So here we have Ren Höek to open them up brand new. Although this one has been stapled back together because the bubble must have fallen off. So it's kind of like opening it now. Kind of target maybe more beat up ones to buy. Get a little cheaper price. And I'm going to open it up anyway. So why not? So just the figure here. No accessories or anything. I don't know why, but the instructions on the back for the feature are very funny on this one. Position near flat, hard, smooth surface. Take breath. Level, clean, table-like object of your choice. Then pull torso down. Boom, he's out for the count. Thankfully it told me to take a breath in between there. Otherwise I would have forgot. But first he's just got pretty simple arm articulation there. His classic Commander's uniform. And then the legs don't move, they're just a solid piece because the torso is like a featured piece. So you push down and his neck will go forward there. Although if he's leaned back, he kind of goes back as well. So it's just a weird hinge pops up so he can move. The eyes are kind of straight up, so the feature is like his head comes down so he can kind of look forward. It's very weird, the eyeball and the ears are like the one piece together. Oh, and they do rotate a little bit, so you can kind of maybe rotate them up for a look. They come kind of to the side in the box. So he does have eyeball articulation, so that might be a first there. Again, Ren and Stimpy always look totally different. Almost every like scene in the show, it's just the way they're drawn. Like very different Ren appearance here. Ren was always a tough one to get the appearance going very well, or his merchandise. But a simple little feature. Doesn't quite work that great. Maybe it does need to be more on a table surface to really get that lean forward. Looks pretty funny. And I do like that you can kind of twist it. He just has like a little bit different crazy look with the ears up as opposed to the side. Or you can kind of mix and match and really make him look goofy. My ice cream bar. You can have some unhinged fun there with crazy Commander Ren from the year 400 billion. I like him. I like the little spacesuit with like the little red like collar thing and the classic little thunderbolt. It'll make a nice pair. The feature's a little strange, but certainly has a unique look. And you can kind of lock him in the forward position there, but he'll be a little unbalanced to stand. Ugh. I had the stuffed animal toys as a kid. These are my two that came in like cardboard boxes. Stimpy had like his litter box, which is kind of gross when you think about it. I think Ren just straight up came in a toilet, or maybe it was a bathtub, I suppose. But you know, Stimpy, pretty solid with the appearance, the stuffed toy. Ren, on the other hand, was a little more difficult to capture for them, apparently, with merchandise, because he looks disgusting. I was always like, why did they pick this face for the stuffed animal? Because it's like, it's all hard plastic instead of mostly being soft like Stimpy. Just his eyes are like a hard plastic. Ren's whole face here is like hard, so not the greatest choice. I would have picked a simpler expression for Ren. And then these were supposed to like fart, but I think their farters are broke. His cheeks just aren't making the noise here. He's just got air. I think I overused their farters. You know, I would have been making them do that like crazy as a kid. Stimpy's Horfer is just not working. I think there's like an airbag like in the tongue and maybe it popped or something, so it's just not making the fart sound. The underlegger noise. They also had their little yarn hair on the top of their heads. I gave my Stimpy a little haircut there. I didn't think the 3 black hairs looked right on him for some reason. I remember snipping them off. Just didn't care for the look. I always loved having these and I like keeping them around because they're pretty cool merchandise from the time when the show was hot. That's why I like to get here is action figures and toys and stuff from the time period that the shows and movies and things were from. So we'll need to get Cadet Stimpy opened up and shown here to go with the Ren. Nice cartoon drawing of him on the front, actually using his kind of action figure feature too. Seeing it demonstrated there. Space Cadet Stimpy with ejector brain action. Peel, reveal, and launch. Even the carding is kind of the space look compared to maybe the other figures carding. And on the back, showing the feature here, spoiler, but we'll get to that in a second. We got the screenshot from the cartoon episode of the Space Madness, even though there were a handful of other episodes, very small amount of space ones where they were using the same uniforms and stuff. Ren, Höek, and Stimpy watch Commander Höek and Cadet Stimpy, their favorite live-action drama. The 2 intrepid space travelers. A 36-year mission to the Crab Nebula when Space Madness strikes. So they actually have separate stories even though they're from the same episodes. So crazed Commander Höek thinks Cadet Stimpy is suffering from the dreaded dry rot of the brain caused by boredom and tries to keep him busy by guarding the mysterious history eraser button. After a valiant struggle, Stimpy succumbs to the urge to push the shiny button. Jolly, candy-like button. And both Commander Höek and he are erased from history as we know it. Whoops. And once again, trivia time at the bottom. What does Stimpy put on to watch his favorite live-action drama? Can you list the things? I mean, if you can't, then you're just not a true Ren and Stimpy fan. I just don't know what your problem is. It's a very simple answer. He has his Commander Höek radar decoder ring, of course his space helmet, and his super elastic space shorts. Bet you don't have a pair of those, Earthling. Except the fools that did this quiz forgot the ever-important anti-gravity bubble gum. Maybe there just wasn't enough space on the card to put the answer, but how could you be so stupid to forget this, you moron? Caution, only the projectiles supplied with this toy should be used. Do not fire at people and animals. Just pick one target only. Don't shoot at both. So beautiful card back showing like the other toys and the features, and you get a bio, like tons of good stuff. I always kept the cards even after I opened my action figures when I was a kid, because where else are you going to get to see the pictures and know like, oh hey, maybe I want to ask for the other figures in a toy line. And it has all this other awesome stuff on it. So we will have to open our brand new Cadet Stimpy. Pretty nice condition one, but you know, that's what I do here. Open up a good condition one to have for my collection. So we gotta save that card back. Brand new Cadet Stimpy. So we got just kind of simple arm, just like Ren, but here we have the legs can turn because it's this feature isn't interfering in that. Ah, exciting! The mechanism is his symbol here. It's actually a push button. We can push it in. Oh boy, Stimpy. He has been erased from history. Apparently, he's headless. The Stimpy missile. Very interesting. And then the expression on him is just a little worried. But there's an extra bonus feature as well. We can pull this off and he just has his brain underneath, and you can just shoot the brain as well. Pew! Oh, you can really hear the spring launch inside there. Must save the brain! Need to make a net back here. So there's the brain missile piece. Can't help but notice that the base on the artwork on the back, well, not the artwork, but the kind of prototype on the back, is like a yellow base. So I almost thought the brain was supposed to maybe be painted like a pinkish hue. Very white here, and it's just all the same color piece. So they didn't put any splash of paint on the brain or paint the little plate that it's on either. Looks like a wad of gum. But kind of a fun feature. You get a missile firing thing. You got a hollow Stimpy head here. I mean, technically the way it's on, that's going to have articulation even though the missile attached in. You can, part of the feature, but you can still go, oh no, Ren! Whoa! And I'll say something looked weird about this, and it's because I think in most of the episodes with the space, he had like a weird light bulb kind of space helmet thing on. And here we don't have that piece. It had to been like a clear plastic, would have been probably a whole expense. And they were just like, just have it be Stimpy and don't do that. But a fun little feature for him. Probably cooler than Ren's neck thing. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Whoa. You'd think it'd be even more powerful because it's like the whole body is the launcher. Usually a lot of action figure stuff is a little bit smaller on the missile launch. So great colors and like molding and faces and shapes, all kind of unique. Some of these figures maybe reuse just like an arm or a leg here and there. But a lot of unique stuff, all different faces. Some of the play features a little bit better than others with them. But it's cool that they all have a little something unique and special like with the features. Since we are just getting Ren and Stimpy over and over. It does make for a nice collection though, and especially with the space episode, possibly the most reoccurring, unique costume type. Loved watching the cartoon brand new, always excited to see a new episode on the TV. Just now getting to collect the action figures of the time, which is kind of what I do here all the time anyway. Just doing it for old Ren and Stimpy now here. If you want to see more sets of theirs, got videos of that, and other 90s action figure toy lines, and other fun stuff here. And on the back of the box it only shows 3 sets of figures, but there's actually a 4th deluxe set that we'll have to check out as well. Tune in next time, unless I accidentally erase all history, which is possible. Hey-hoo! Wow.